Hello everyone and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.2 preview playthrough as the New Republic. In the last episode, we tried to send Booster Tarek and his fleet up to Kutrick, but we were repelled by a slightly larger than I thought defense force. They also have a pretty significant amount of units both on this side and this side that we were able to find, but we're going to try to get more spies up and we're going to build up our fleet a bit more. So before we get too far in here, this is going to be a slightly shorter than usual episode. The reason for that is I'd already tried to record it, and there was an issue with the audio, so I wasn't able to use that recording. And now I'm recording this episode on the morning that it's going up, so it is going to be a little bit shorter than usual, and then in future episodes we'll be back to roughly our normal length. But sorry about that. So what we're going to be trying to do right now is go for the Wayland invasion here. But first, I'm actually going to build back up some of our departed patrons. We also have 3 new ships to add to the fleet here. So we have Righteous Fury, we have 14th Miracle, and we can rebuild Freedom's Edge. On Coruscant, we'll grab Starlit Eclipse, Gladius, and Rebel Star. And on Fondor, we will get the new... and trucks. Okay, so let's get these guys over to Wayland. Just make sure we keep at least some decent vision of our neighboring planets here. And you over here. So we should be good to go in here. There was another issue that came up when I was trying to record the original one, where Wayland was given a different map. So Rogue's going through and he's converting some of the base game like skirmish maps and stuff. And on the one that he assigned Wayland, I actually want to keep Wayland on this map. So it was just essentially to test it, and then that one would get assigned to something else. But it looked like Rogue had forgotten to place the defending forces positions, which are what places the. So when you have units stationed on a planet, they are positioned at the defending forces position markers. And so I was able to destroy all the buildings and all the units that are like spawned from the buildings, but I wasn't able to destroy the the actual units that were stationed here. So I would have had to auto-resolve through them. That was not ideal. So I've just reassigned the Wayland map that we intend to use to it, and then once that other map is fixed, I'm just going to assign it to another planet that's a bit more suitable than Wayland. Because the Wayland map does have some pretty Wayland-specific stuff, like Mount Tantus up here, that the other one wouldn't have had. Let's grab those.
Armor standing by.
A lot of these are companies of EWEB, so as you've probably noticed throughout this playthrough, and maybe in some of the others, the Imperial Remnant, when it comes to infantry, seems pretty fond of spamming the EWEB squads. And part of the reason for this is the way that the AI functions in Empire at War is when they're trying to build their force compositions, they essentially have certain tags that they're looking for on units, certain category tags, because they aren't necessarily aware of what everything does per se. It's not like, oh, these are some great stats and this has this type of projectile, so I'm going to get a bunch of those. It doesn't really work like that. So it's essentially looking for like, okay, this is this infantry tag, this is how much that costs, so this is probably better than that, roughly. So it's when it's building EWEBs, it thinks, okay, I'm just building infantry. So what I'd like to do, one of the things that we're trying to do for less so for 2.2, probably more so for 2.3, is putting together more categories for them to work with. So instead of it just being like air, vehicle, infantry, like you can have like the Plex, or like there's certain other category maps that aren't really used for building force compositions, like anti-vehicle or anti-frigate, anti-capital, that kind of thing. But we want to have stuff like quasar, or not carrier categories. We want to have just more potential tags for us to work with, and that should make some of the AI's choices when it's building its invasion forces or even defense forces make a lot more sense. One of the things we have done is we removed their desire to build fighter types, which is why you haven't seen like the 50 stacks of scimitars, and you probably should. So they should still build a few, assuming everything worked properly, but you shouldn't be able to see the same sort of issue where you'll have, like, in the end of some of the other playthroughs we had, where the New Republic would have a ton of E-webs, or E-wings. That shouldn't happen as much. And with all AI changes, it's the kind of thing that you need to do a fair amount of testing on, so we can't be sure immediately that anything worked, and which is why we've always said, like, it's something we've started for 2.2, and that we will work on a lot more as we go through with 2.3 as well. Okay, so let's try to get over, grab one of these guys. I'm gonna hit that.
Computers locked on target.
There you go.
Yes.
Get you guys in here.
Moving out.
Choose your reinforcements. We've secured a landing zone.
Adjusting Navicomputer. Right away, sir.
Reinforcements en route.
Underway. Loud and clear.
Oh.
On the move. Awaiting order.
Unit destroyed. Choose your reinforcements.
I copy, sir.
Unit destroyed.
Ready for attack.
Get you in there. I think a lot of the New Republic stuff will get at least a fairly significant increase in survivability. Not too much, but enough as far as the vehicles go. The infiltrators also need something to help them stay alive a bit more. But that'd more likely be ability based than anything else.
Confirmed.
Is there another?
Heading out.
Hold on.
Choose your reinforcements.
Destination set.
Is there a build pad around here?
Roger that. Moving out. Heading out. Fall out, troops. Let's move out. Attack! Let's go. Form up. Keep going. Reporting. Let's go.
Unit destroyed.
Yes, sir. Attack. You can distract them for us. Keep going. This way. We've got your back.
Okay, so we'll probably just go straight in the front door here.
Need something
I'm gonna get
destroyed?
the infiltrators back here.
Ready.
You guys can head out this way. I'm gonna send this one just over to see if there's a turbo laser turret on the other side of this.
Copy
Doesn't
that.
look like it. Okay, there's just a build pad. Let's get
Always
you
ready,
two
sir. Let's move out.
up here.
All weapons loaded. T4B ready.
As long as you don't chase, that's fine.
Give me a touch. Moving into
And
position.
might as well just go straight for this. Don't need the infiltrators for that.
Where do you need me? Let's go. Keep going. Awaiting orders. Got something for me? This way. Little sphere, big boom.
Now
Over there.
run away.
Do that. Tank brigade here.
Okay, that should be
Back up here.
that should be all good.
Almost
Move you guys in,
Fire.
and you can also come in now.
Heading out.
Reinforcements
Grab a couple more
en route.
AACs.
Bombing run available.
That's good.
Y-wing standing by. Roger that. Right away. Form up.
Computers locked on target.
What are your
I got my
orders?
approach vector.
Copy. This way.
Okay, you guys over here, because you're faster.
Open fire. Attack that target. Awaiting
Alright, that should be most of it. This is probably more than you really need, but... maybe not. Yeah, that's
I copy, sir.
bunkers are
We
super
are
strong.
victorious.
Got 3 rounds of it though, so never mind.
System conquered.
Building under
There's our
construction.
system.
Building started. Building
Let's get
cancelled.
this here. Alright, so we'll see if they decide to take us on. Take on me. But what I'd like to
Nebulon B frigate
do...
here.
Okay, once we see this... oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more stuff.
Assault
Nebulon
frigate
B
here.
frigate complete.
Let's go with...
Constructing unit.
get our Spartan's Pride. And Battlestar Galactica is now
Construction
renewed for another
complete.
season. And we will...
Vehicle in production.
build a couple more of these. I'm gonna try to get a couple more home
Constructing
ones.
unit.
Home one types. So one of the bigger things I want to change with those is the pop
Constructing
cap.
unit.
They'll probably give them a few more hard points and a bit more firepower to make up for it, but right now having 6, like you can have up to 10 home one types and they're just so large on the field at once, I mean. Okay, let's get these guys back here. And I think we're gonna go for Honegger. Just so that we don't have to worry about getting attacked at different places anymore.
Unit
We're
in
gonna keep it
production. Unit cancelled.
Assault frigate here.
Pretty
Unit
much
cancelled.
just on the front line here. So do we have our Pathfinder? Yes, we do. Let's get you guys all the way down here.
Order confirmed. T2B over.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Why? Rest. Let's see. Yep,
Construction
You know what?
complete.
he can do this. Hopefully it's not everything from Bill Bringy.
Tactical battle imminent.
It's at least most things. Alright, so we're going to give this battle a bit of a try. Eventually we can probably retreat, but I don't know that we'll be able to take the whole thing. Something that's actually come up a fair bit in the comment section is people saying that I need to stop taking like stupid engagements or just that kind of thing. But I think something that some people miss out on when watching this is that I'm not necessarily trying to only take engagements that I'm 100% guaranteed to win. Partially because I have more fun that way, but also because when I'm playing the mod, I'm not just playing for like the sake of playing. There's certain things that I need to test, and larger battles, even if I'm going to lose some
Ion
ships out of it,
firing.
they present the best opportunity to test that. So, like, if I lose some ships, that's fine with me, because I would need to do that testing regardless. If I don't do it that way in the playthrough, then I would still need to go back in and play the game up until a point where these larger battles can happen, and then go from there. So for me, it makes more sense time-wise and for like my purposes while playing Empire at War to do that. And like I'm not saying I'm like secretly the best Empire at War player and that I'd never lose a ship if I didn't want to. Just that
Cruiser standing by.
like, and I still want to win the playthrough, but if something is not going to really jeopardize our position, our
Aye, squadron.
possibility of winning, then if I have an engagement where I'm going to lose a few more ships if I lose some of these MC-80s, then that's worth it for the balance and functionality testing to me. Like, because a lot of people, like, when you're playing the mod, you're playing it after all the balance testing is done, all the work is done. I'm playing it essentially to make those changes. And I still enjoy it, but that's one of the main reasons that I play how I do. Because I'm still working on getting those things changed.
Squadron
But,
reporting.
like, we need to find out what units are doing what they should, what units aren't doing what they should. That's how we also found out in the earlier engagements that were
Ion
more
cannon
even
available.
that the New Republic units weren't functioning quite how they should. Like, the battle that we lost Akbar,
Ion
I could have
cannon
just
firing.
entirely left the battle and dealt with, like, just waited until we would have had until they left the planet undefended, go in and attack, and then sort of whittle them down that way until we were just guaranteed to win whatever engagement was left and work their forces down from there. But
What's on your mind?
To me, that's also just not interesting, so I'm not as into doing that. But without that, I wouldn't have known. Like, okay, so the MC80s, I would have known to check that the MC80 Home 1 shields were kind of undertuned. That some of the other, like the MC80B, wasn't doing quite as much damage as we would have liked, and like that's all very valuable information for me.
Hurry up, Jabba's waiting.
I'm gonna send the X-Wings over here. They do have some protons. I was hoping we'd have a few more Y-Wings. So while we will probably retreat before this battle is over, there's still useful information to get from it. Plus, like, who doesn't want to just, like, see some giant ships shooting each other? That's always fun. Get those guys over.
Ion cannon available. Ion cannon
I think we can beat the first wave of these, of the enemy ships, but I don't think we'll be able to go too much beyond that, so we probably will just retreat at that point. But for now, we'll take what we can.
Going for their lasers. I got one on me.
Ion cannons have been disabled. Reporting.
Rendezvous at Mark 6.1.
Yes, sir. All craft, attack. Yes, Commander.
Y-Wing here. Keep your eyes open. Changing course to intercept.
Reporting in.
We've lost our turbo
Directing all
laser.
fire on the shield generator.
Ready.
Encountering resistance.
Cruiser standing by.
I'm losing power.
Okay. We'll destroy the Praetor, and then I think we'll probably try to get out here.
Weapons ready.
Loud and clear.
I've lost engine
This
2.
baby's got a few
On, get back and
Choose
recharge your
new
shields a bit.
reinforcements.
Let's get some help over here for you.
Around.
I can't see him.
I guess I'll check who's who here.
Shields are down.
That's a regular one.
Can't hold
We're
on.
drawing their
Yeah,
fire.
Breakfast at Tiffany's come in now.
Reinforcements
Ready to
cancelled.
command.
Let's grab Corey's winner on this side
Right
as well.
away.
I can't see him.
It seems like other than that, we're okay on this side.
Weapons charged.
Plot Armor's doing its work over here. Defiance and Masochism.
Eyes reporting in. Course set.
But we have Z95s here.
Ion cannon
Thanks,
available.
Brady, for your useful fighters.
I'm under attack.
MC-38.
Capacity.
Craft engaged.
They've got us targeted. Squad, I need
On
help.
calamari cruiser here.
Can anyone else
Head
see
out,
him?
head
Where
out.
are you? Roger. Engaging Imperial forces. Picking up signal.
On calamari.
Okay, Masochism's going to come up the back here to destroy this ISD. Yeah, so I do think that maybe a 2 to 4 more weapon hardpoints on the Home 1 type and increase the pop cap up to 10, maybe. 10 or 11.
Target the heavy gun. Awaiting order.
And then we'll try to adjust the balance from that to make it fit into that sort of slot. Because we do want it to sort of fill the battlecruiser niche.
Watch your six.
I copy.
Ion cannon.
If they're going to
fired.
filter them in that way, then we might be
Reporting.
Attack formation.
able to just take some more out of this.
Sir.
That's got him.
Remove the shield generator. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
Commander.
you guys are probably safe to move up a bit more.
Cruisers.
They're not as tanky, so I
Attack.
didn't want to risk them that way, but Han's good now. We can go and deal with any fighters that they have.
Take it
Alright,
easy.
we should be good now to set some of our fighters to hunt.
Cruiser
Don't have to worry about them going into dangerous positions. Let's get our shields up on some of these guys, though.
Shields to maximum. Weapons operational. Ready.
They only brought one
Our
Praetor,
target
right?
priority
And they had,
is
what,
the
6
laser
allegiances? So we destroyed one of the allegiances. There's a second. There's 4 left.
cannon.
I didn't count how many ISDs they had, or if I did count, I don't remember.
Calamari cruiser ready.
Hey. Roger that.
Encountering resistance.
It's as good as gone.
Lock S-foils in attack position.
Lasers linked and ready. We're going in.
Roger that.
Countering resistance.
Yeah, you can get out of
Racers
here.
full throttle.
Form up. Quadrant advance.
Scanner contact behind me.
Ready for command.
What are you thinking?
This baby's got a few surprises
Yeah,
left
we're
in
gonna
her.
get you back there, and then I think I really want to take out the Praetor,
Go
but
around for another pass.
Ion cannon
Well.
available.
I've lost engine 2. I've lost engine
Ion
2.
cannon firing.
Form up. Heading
Need
for
help?
coordinates.
I can't hold out.
Consider it done.
See him.
Fire. Transfer all power to shield.
looks like some of the Lancers are just retreating.
Awaiting
Countering
orders.
resistance.
Copy. Proceeding to location. Open fire. I copy.
I
Attack
need
that
help.
target.
Can anyone else see him? Where are
Reporting.
you?
Yes, sir. Disable those ion cannons. Moving out.
Form up. Flight systems engaged.
Need something moved?
There's fewer Lancers, so we can move some of the
Yes, Commander.
other fighters back in, especially Han.
Attacking target. Open fire on those laser
I
cannons.
can't take another hit
Our
like that.
target priority.
And some of the Lancers
is
jump
laser
out.
Cannons.
Come on.
Ready. Fire at will. Cruiser standing by.
Hey, Jabba doesn't
Cover
like
me.
waiting either.
Cruiser.
Okay, here's another allegiance, or here's that allegiance.
Attacking.
Without the ion cannon, I think we'd be doing far worse. I think we definitely need to increase the ion
Aerial
cannon's
spotted.
recharge
Ready to
time.
command.
I know.
My sensors are malfunctioning.
On it.
It sounds like that line is censored.
What do you need, kid?
My sensors are malfunctioning.
Got it. Fly casual.
Okay,
We can do that.
you did a fair bit of damage to the fighters. Let's get you out of here.
Ion cannon available.
As long as we,
Ion cannon
this one is still
firing.
sitting back here trying to recover from its initial
Go around for another
thing.
pass.
I can't stay out here. Enemy fighters on me. Enemy fighters
Weapons
incoming.
operational. Open fire on those laser cannons. Ready.
I'm under attack. I'm hit.
That's got him.
Huh.
Go around for another pass.
On calamari cruiser here.
I'm still trying to also
Shields to
Choose
maximum.
breaking the fourth wall a little bit. I'm trying to work on the format for the thumbnails a bit. Like you'll probably notice that for anyone who's been around for the previous LPs, that this one's thumbnails I just put the name of the playthrough in it and try to have a slightly different picture for each one. Whether it's a different character in the thumbnail that's more relevant to what's going on, or
Firing.
just a different screenshot in the background.
Awaiting orders.
And I kind of think that looks cleaner rather than putting like the full name of an episode in it. And you just have the name of the episode and the name of the episode, and then that works.
Locking on.
But
Copy.
okay,
Shields
you're a
to
bit too far out.
maximum. I copy.
All right.
I need help. Ah!
Yeah.
I can't
Reporting.
see him. Ah! Try not to let
Heading
one on
out.
your tail. I've been hit.
Our target
I've lost
priority
engine 2.
is the
They're
laser
coming around.
cannons.
I can't see him.
All right, so this is the third allegiance, I think.
Ion cannon
Let's just
available.
disable this so it doesn't take out anything. Take out some of the
Maximum
ability to
load
fire.
capacity.
A little bit. Doesn't completely negate it, but
Scanner contact behind me.
okay, its energy pool is gone now. It won't be able to fire.
Holding fire for maximum
We
effect.
can take that out. We're gonna use some of our katana dreadnoughts.
I can't take another hit like that.
All right, Your
I'm
Highness.
getting torn apart.
Form up. Fire at will.
Lost the primary drive
Let's get out of here.
I
What's
get
on
a
your
really
mind?
tight
Come on,
spot.
Chewie. All right, Chewie. Let's get out of here. Taking out the bad guys.
We don't have quite enough fighters.
They've taken out our turbo lasers.
Scanner contact behind me.
Come on, Chewie.
Yeah,
let's
we're
check
gonna move
it
you
out.
back a bit. We're gonna move these guys up a bit.
Standing by.
Scanner contact behind me.
Cruiser responding. Ready to commence.
Stay in attack formation.
Weapons charged. Weapons operational. Transfer all power to shield.
All right, let's send an MC-80B on this side.
Loosen up.
Ready. Mon calamari cruiser here.
I think we'll probably go for the retreat after
All right.
we take out what's
Mon
here.
calamari cruiser cruiser ready.
I don't want to go back into this line of ISDs because that looks intimidating.
For command.
So we'll just go for this allegiance.
Order that.
We're gonna lose another MC-80. Which one are you?
Awaiting
Defiance.
orders.
We brought back into active
Ion
service.
cannon available.
Maximum.
Ion cannon
Enemy fighters
firing.
incoming.
Take out its ability to fire.
We've lost our turbo lasers.
Down.
Fall
Just gonna
out.
move you out of there.
I copy.
C-80B can
Let's
take that
move
out.
Where's the cover?
Choose your
And
reinforcements.
I'm hit.
At maximum
Where'd he
unit
come from?
capacity.
They've got us targeted.
just because we don't have enough fighters anymore.
Reporting. Open fire on those laser cannons. Yes, sir. Yes, Commander.
And we might lose too much going after that
Preparing
Alita, so we're
for
just gonna
jump to
leave.
light speed.
We'll probably lose the engines on a couple things here before we go.
Cruiser standing
We don't
by.
have the engines on Masochism or Plot Armor, but
They're coming around.
ugh. Okay, so fair amount of losses on both sides there. But I think I know what direction I want to take the home ones in from that. The pop cap definitely needs to go up, but then I think the firepower needs to go up a bit. Okay, let's get them to Dalamar so that they can't just walk through and do whatever they want.
Heading for
Add some of these back in there.
Orders received.
And I think... I
Construction
don't know if we
complete.
go in right away if we'd be able to do
Tactical
it.
battle imminent.
Okay, so the reason I would have wanted to go in right away is just so we can take out the we can use the ion cannon, but because of the we only have mines here, so I could sell these. We don't need the credits. That's kind of cheating.
Barracks destroyed. System lost.
T2B over.
Okay, so we're just gonna deal with Onager, and then we'll keep rebuilding some of our stuff in the
Building under construction.
main bits of the galaxy here.
Unit in production.
Get Donegar back.
Tactical battle imminent.
No, Donegar, not Honegar. Donegar? Donegar. I'm not sure.
At your command. All power to the engines. Armed and ready. Ahead full. Underway. Moving into position.
The enemy is approaching.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, Defiant,
Consider it done.
Relena,
Proceeding to location.
Phoenix
Moving
Wrath,
out.
Shunin Shark
Getting
Tank,
out.
and Corin Star.
Fall out.
I'm in range. I can't take another hit like
See, the fact that this only takes up half of our pop cap, I don't love that.
All power to shield.
Reporting. Open fire. Attack.
Choose your reinforcements.
Underway.
Let's get Passion here. We got to deal with the TIE Defenders.
Into position.
Weapons charged.
I'm hit.
That's one.
Weapons
Got it
operational.
I can't stay out here.
Ready.
I need help.
Guns at the ready.
Anyone else see him?
On calamari cruiser here. All
This is
friendly
payback.
attack. Let's go.
Waiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Ready. That's all they have? Easy target. Setting course. No problem, Commander. As good as done.
So many projectiles.
I've got him lined up.
Moving to attack position. Locking S-foils and attack position.
Awaiting orders.
Reporting for
We've got
duty.
them on the
On
run.
the calamari cruiser ready.
No
An
escape.
enemy has been
Okay,
defeated.
there we go. Alright, so like I said, a shorter episode than usual, but we should be back up to our normal, like, 40-ish minutes for tomorrow's episode, and we're going to have 4 episodes in a row here today, because this episode would have been up on Tuesday. It's just I wanted to get the Republic at War stuff all out, rather than leaving 2 days between the penultimate episode and the final episode, but that's all good now. So tonight we are also going to have a community match. I'm going to put up a video about that as well. We're going to be on twitch.tv/CoreyLoses if you want to take part in that. So all you need is a copy of 2.15 from the Steam Workshop, and we're going to play a couple space skirmish matches. So that'll be at 5 p.m. EST today. Like I said, on twitch.tv/CoreyLoses. There's a link to the Twitch channel in the description. But thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the playthrough so far, and I will see you next time. Bye.